Prince Harry's risk level just went through the roof. Death squads on the move. Prince Harry's danger meter has officially spiked, and the threats around him have gone from bit dodgy to full-on serious business. New reports claim the risk profile of the king's youngest son has shot up, forcing officials to rethink whether he should get taxpayer-funded police protection when he lands back in the UK. This shakeup comes after the Royal and VIP Executive Committee, RAVEC, ran a fresh deep dive into Harry's security situation, and apparently what they found was not pretty. Now here, where it gets wild. SAS-trained bodyguard and Scottish security expert Graham Ewell has stepped forward, saying the reassessment was triggered because Russia's FSB now sees Harry as a prime target. Yes, as in the same organization linked to the Novichok poisoning in Salisbury back in 2018. According to Ewell, the threat isn't just some rumor. It's intel that allegedly landed on the desks of MI5 or MI6. The Daily Record quotes Ewell saying the FSB are training international death squads, including people from the UK, to target high-profile names like Prince Harry, top UK politicians, and even high court judges. And these squads, they're reportedly being trained in ultra-secret, heavily guarded Russian military bases, locations so hidden that nobody outside the inner circle even knows they exist. Ewell goes on to say, their training is insanely intense, and the Russian state has always had a knack for coming up with inventive and downright brutal ways to take someone out. And they're only getting more tactical, more sneaky, and more determined. Before signing off, he dropped one last chilling warning. They clearly know something we don't, or they're watching certain people very closely. And if that's the case, Ewell says, money shouldn't even be part of the conversation when it comes to Harry's protection. All right, fam, buckle up, because the royal drama just leveled up again. Looks like Prince Harry is plotting his next big one-up moment on big bro Prince William, and this time he's aiming high. We're talking global superstar, A-list, stadium shutting down level high. Word on the street. Harry's trying to lock in JLO herself, Jennifer Lopez, for a future Invictus Games appearance. Yep, Harry's going straight Hollywood for this one. So here's the tea. Even though the brothers are living on opposite sides of the planet and barely speaking, the rivalry is still going strong. And apparently, watching William link up with major celebs has Harry feeling a certain type of way. Recently, William was out in Rio flexing at the Earthshot Prize Awards, posing with Kylie Minogue, thanking her for her support, all smiles for the cameras. And let's be real, the guy, been mixing with big-name celebs for years. Hannah Waddingham, Kate Blanchett, and the whole A-list crowd. Insiders say watching all that basically lit a fire under Harry. Translation, it got him fired up. Now he's on a mission. He's reportedly reaching out to anyone he knows, calling in favors, reconnecting with old links, all to make Invictus 2027 bigger than ever. And the name at the top of the wish list, JLO. The Invictus Games, which Harry created in 2014, is all about supporting wounded and recovering service members. A massive, emotional, global event. And having someone like JLO show up, yeah, that would be a massive W for the charity and a huge flex for Harry. Sources say the Duke is actually a bit starstruck by her. Not surprising, since back in 2020 he and Meghan reportedly even had a double date with JLO and A-Rod. So there is some history there. Now will she say yes? No one knows yet, but it's definitely possible. And with the 2027 Invictus Games set to take place in Birmingham, beating out cities like Washington, D.C., they'll be looking for a huge name to headline the opening or closing ceremony. They always bring in big performers, so Harry shooting his shot makes total sense. But here's the spicy bit. People are wondering if Meghan even knows Harry's out here trying to bring JLO on board, or that he's been this fascinated with her for years. Eyes. Not drama, just, royal rebel behavior. One thing's clear, though. If Harry actually pulls this off, it'll be a major moment, and you just know it'll have William watching.